Hey man, he was in my face.
I'm in your face.
What's up, guys? Back with another one today, and we are looking at an article from PC Gamer that says the first two Dino Crisis games are on Steam for the first time and half price, but packaged with Enigma DRM. So if you don't know what DRM is, pretty much DRM is like a digital rights management. That's what it stands for, and it's supposed to like protect the property of the game and protect people from hacking into it or also doing any sort of mods and things like that. But it's not always a great thing because if you don't have internet, I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. It's not going to be the best gaming experience for you. A lot of people do not like DRM for pretty good reasons. And for legitimate use, for people that are legitimate, that are not going to do, crazy stuff to the game, it's still a hindrance to them when they have to deal with DRM. And some of the websites like GOG actually have DRM free games. That's why a lot of people go to GOG.com. So let's see what they have in store for Dino Crisis, which Dino Crisis 1 and 2 are really solid games. I played them when I was a lot younger on my PS1. We've been hearing things about, potentially having remakes of Dino Crisis 1 or 2. I don't know, there could be rumors or they can actually be true. I don't know. I just heard a couple things a couple years ago. Since Capcom's remaking a lot of the Resident Evil games, people are thinking maybe they will remake Dino Crisis. I think it would be pretty cool to see a remake, but let's see what this article has in store. All right, guys, let's see what we have here. This is coming from PC Gamer again, and it's Jody McGregor. And she starts off with, what if Resident Evil, but crossed with Jurassic Park, was an extremely 1990s idea, but if you're up for a trip back in time to the days when the PS1 was hot and Generation X still had working knees, Capcom had just released Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 on Steam, which I will probably pick up. Both games were ported to PC in the early 2000s and most recently released on GOG in January of last year, which we mentioned they are DRM free. In fact, the versions on Steam now list GOG.com as a co-developer since they're almost the same. One difference, DRM. Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 on Steam use the Enigma Protector DRM, which is why when I went to play the first one on a window popped up telling me to check registry before I could launch it. Yes, it was the typo, so I don't know, whatever. I said it didn't say check, it said check. All right, whatever. You may remember Enigma as the DRM added to a bunch of older Capcom games, resulting in complaints of slowdowns and crashes in Resident Evil Revelations that eventually saw the update rolled back. So, like I mentioned before, DRM's there to protect the game, protect the rights of the game, to make sure people don't do, funny stuff to it or stuff they don't want you to do to it, but then it always comes at a price that it starts to perform poorly and crashes. And for people that don't want to do mods, it still performs like that for them also. So it says Enigma is being held against Dino Crisis as well, with the Steam forums full of complaints about it already, as well as complaints about the lack of achievements. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, when an older game comes out on Steam, Steam's gonna have achievements, but I guess I haven't looked into it, but I guess achievements are kind of lackluster. The assumption is that Capcom is in bed with DRM as part of its current anti-modding stance, which began when someone rocked up to a corner-to-corner Street Fighter 6 tournament with a naked Chun-Li mod installed. Chun-Li naked, huh? Good girl, man. That's crazy, man. Oh, they went to a tournament with the naked Chun. I mean, those kids there, dude. So I laugh about it, but I don't think it would be funny because that's really inappropriate. I mean, if you're gonna do that at home and you're not gonna stream and you wanna do what you're gonna do, right? That's your business. But when you do that and you bring it to a tournament and there's a bunch of kids watching and there's like full on nudity, I don't know how far nudity went. But that's inappropriate. As far as I know, Dino Crisis has never had much of a modding scene on PC, though the classic Rebirth mod for the first 3 Resident Evil games also supports the first 2 Dino Crisis if you want to play nicer with modern hardware. Well, that's another way to play it if you want. Still, if you need to have games in your Steam library so you don't forget they exist, Dino Crisis on Steam is currently on sale for $5, and so is Dino Crisis 2. So $10 for both games. Well, that's really it, guys. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a big deal? Do you care for DRM? Would you just buy the game no matter what? If it has DRM, would you still buy it? I have purchased DRM games, I'm sure, and I just play it. I'm not really into modding. I think the only time I've ever modded was maybe in Skyrim, and those, Bethesda doesn't care. They actually encourage it. So, I'll leave it at that, guys. I mean, I do plan on buying Dino Crisis 1 and 2. I'll buy it, DRM, whatever. I mean, I have pretty good internet. I don't mod, but, performance issues is not a great thing, So, we'll see. Is DRM a big deal to you guys? Is it not? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about DRM. Let's have a conversation. Are you a fan of Dino Crisis 1 and 2? Would you like a remake? Let me know. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.